Okay. We're going to try our best to go over wall strat right now. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you need either A, to learn breaker boo and you want to try wall strat first, or B, you already do drag strat and you're not super consistent with it, so you want to try something else. Basically, there's two fundamentals to this trick, right? And that is going to be spacing out your R pumps properly and doing the correct control stick and C stick movements, which are not complicated at all. The rhythm might take you a little bit to get down, but once you do, it's going to stick very well. That's pretty much a guarantee. Anybody who has learned this strat, they've spent a lot of time learning it. And the more they do it, they kind of just figure out that the stick movements are not as bad as they may seem when you first start. So, first things first. With R pumping, you want to make sure that you're spacing out your R pumps properly. A good R pumps should be anywhere from 12 to 14 HP rather than being 10 HP as you're used to. And that should come automatically through, visual cues and just the motion of doing everything. But again, 12 to 14 HP is the right thing to be looking for. So if you want to go and record yourself doing it and watch it back and see if you're draining HP off properly, I would look for anywhere from 12 to 14. Obviously, the larger that you can get, the better. You're taking off more HP per pump, which makes the one cycle easier. But, you can get away with doing less. You're just going to have to do more consistent drags. But these are just mini drags, so they're not much of a problem. So anyways, let's go over the control stick and C stick movements. So basically, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to go down on the C stick as you go right on the control stick, and then left on the control stick as you go up on the C stick. So it's going to look like just like that. So those are the control stick movements. And then you add R pumping in there. So you're going to do R pump, and then your stick movements. Just like that. It's really, it's an awkward rhythm to do two separate directions on the sticks. But you will get used to it. I promise you, you'll get used to it. For the sake of practice, if you want to pull off this tablecloth, if you're just learning how to do this, you might want to pull off the tablecloth. It could get in the way. It might, it might get a vacuum lock. So if you want to just pull it off while you're learning it and then start practicing it when you're more consistent and leave the tablecloth on, then you can do that. I'm not going to be going over tech skip or anything like that. This is pretty much just for people who want to learn the fundamentals of it and just get it down and, just be able to pull it off in a run. So we're going to go for it right now. Pay attention to my movements on my sticks again and my R pump spacing. So we're going to try to bait a charge here. We didn't need it. We got an extra cackle here, but just like that. See, I still got an extra cackle, and there was no problem. I knew that I was going to get that. So, it's really not too bad. An important thing to note is that whenever the boo is going, towards the wall, he's going to kind of shift directions a lot. So you'll find that sometimes he's more up here and sometimes he's more down here. You want to try and do your best to follow exactly where he is on the wall if you can stand right in front of him, except for right here. If he's right here, I tend to like to stand kind of towards the top of the table right here. I find that if I stand here sometimes I get double cackles a lot, but if I stand here and he's up there, I don't get as many double cackles. I'll do it one more time just to show. But yeah, once you get that rhythm down and you can get the R pump spacing down and everything like that, this becomes a lot easier. I think that anybody with significant game knowledge can catch on to this very fast. And even if you don't have a ton of game knowledge and you want to just learn how to do this, I think with enough practice, you should be able to get it done. So this time I'll do it without pulling the tablecloth off. Now, if you do get a charge, by the way, something important to note. If the boo is in a bottom barrel on the right side, he will still be able to charge, but he'll have a lot less likely of a chance. If he's a top barrel, he'll pretty much be guaranteed to charge every time. If you get a charge, it makes this a lot easier, but you can still get this from the middle. I want to stress that. You can get this from the middle, and it's not too bad. You just have to make sure that you're not getting double cackles if you are getting it from the middle. But you'll see he's going to be at the top. I'm going to stand towards the top of the table. He'll come back down towards the middle of the table. and just like that. So yeah, this strat, I don't think it's bad by any means. I think anybody should be able to learn this if you put enough time into it. It honestly did not take me too long to get the hang of this. So again, I think pretty much anybody can learn this. If it's something that you want to add to your runs, it's a nice little time save to have. If you're playing 100%, it's a nice thing to know how to do in general. Just because getting a one cycle is obviously faster than, two cycling in any aspect. So, and seeing as how you have to go for this boo, it's good to know how to do it. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask in the LM Discord, anything like that. And people should be able to answer questions. I can answer questions if you have any. But other than that, yeah. Thanks for watching.